If you're running a small office, a home business, or even just handling a lot of mail at home, you know how frustrating it can be to fold stacks of paper by hand, especially when you're in a rush. You want something that's reliable, easy to live with, and actually worth the money, not just another gadget with a long list of features that sound good on paper but fall apart in real life. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Formax FD38X automatic office paper folding machine is one of those tools that quietly solves a problem most people don't think about until they're drowning in unopened envelopes or stacks of flyers. It's not flashy, but it's built to handle the kind of volume that would make your arms tired if you tried to do it manually. If you're someone who regularly folds 20, 50, or even 100 sheets at a time, this machine steps in and takes over without a fuss. It's the kind of thing that earns its keep over time, especially if you're tired of wasting time on repetitive tasks that don't require your full attention. Now, the FD38X isn't for everyone. If you only fold a handful of pages a week, you probably don't need this. But if you're running a small business, a nonprofit, a school office, or even a busy household where mail piles up fast, this machine is a game changer. It's designed for mid-volume use, and it does the job without making a mess or jamming constantly. The automatic feed means you don't have to baby it, just load the stack, set the fold style, and let it do its thing. That alone saves a ton of frustration compared to manual folders that require you to line up every sheet perfectly. One of the things that stands out about this model is how straightforward it is to set up. You don't need a manual the size of a phone book to figure it out. The instructions are clear enough that most people can get it running in under 10 minutes. The fold settings are simple to adjust, whether you need a standard letter fold, a Z-fold, or something else entirely. It's the kind of machine that doesn't demand your patience. You can start using it right away and not feel like you're troubleshooting a science experiment. Where this machine really shines is in consistency. When you're folding dozens of sheets at once, you don't want some pages coming out crooked or not folded at all. The FD38X keeps the folds tight and even, which matters a lot if you're stuffing envelopes or preparing mailers for an event. It's the kind of reliability that makes a difference when you're on a deadline and can't afford to redo work. That said, it's not perfect for every paper type. If you're working with unusually thick cardstock or very thin tissue paper, you might need to adjust the settings or feed the sheets one at a time. But for standard office paper, cardstock up to about 110 pounds, and most common fold styles, it handles the job without complaint. The build is solid enough for daily use, but it's not industrial grade. If you're folding hundreds of sheets every single day, you might want something heavier duty. But for most small offices or home users, the FD38X is more than enough. It's not going to break the bank, either. When you compare it to the cost of outsourcing folding or wasting time doing it by hand, it pays for itself pretty quickly. The price tag might seem a little steep at first glance, but when you factor in the time and hassle it saves, it starts to look like a smart investment. One thing to keep in mind is the noise level. It's not silent, but it's not obnoxiously loud either. If you're working in a shared space, it won't disrupt conversations, but you might want to keep it away from areas where people are trying to focus. It's also a bit bulky, so if you're tight on desk space, you'll need to plan where it's going to live. It's not the kind of machine you can tuck away in a drawer when you're done using it. If you're someone who's tired of folding paper by hand or dealing with a folder that jams every few sheets, this is a solid upgrade. It's not the flashiest machine out there, but it does exactly what it promises without a lot of fuss. It's the kind of tool that earns its keep by saving you time and frustration, day after day. If you think this could be the right fit for your workflow, check out the link in the description to see the latest price and details on Amazon.